Hey folks, Siam here. So today, as normal, for my traders, I do a trading pub. It's normally a 2-hour live session, and we went through basically what the hell is going on with crypto. So for those of you who are not familiar or know what's going on, crypto or Bitcoin had a massive rally today. It's over the last 6 days. It's done quite a lot since 30k. It peaked at just above 40, and literally as we were doing the live session today, it was hovering around 39ish. And long story short, whenever I look at the markets, I always start with on-chain analysis, as in what the hell is actually going on the markets, and then I look at the superficial type stuff. Because I did see that there's a news article about Amazon, which we'll talk about in a second. And so when looking at some of the on-chain stuff, not all of them, but just really quickly, I don't want to bombard you with stuff. So this is Bitcoin's network daily transaction volume. So this is basically saying, right, what's going on with the network? Are people actually using it? And if we zoom in over here, you can see that it's still plummeting. If you really zoom in, like, no one is using Bitcoin right now. It's absolutely plummeted. And so until this really starts kicking off back to the upside, I'm not going to go bullish. In fact, after today, I'm even more bearish than I was. So, you know, it's basically not dying. It's just not being used at the moment. So that's one of the things that we looked at looking at the realized price. So this is, I'm not going to go into too much depth about this. I only use this for this problem. I just want to look at the probability. So here we've got the MVRV at 1.76. So if we then go to the probability chart, let's get rid of stuff. So it's 1.76. Where is that? 1.75. That'll be close enough. So what this is basically saying, that there is according to, based on the relationship between the market value and the realized value, we have a 56% probability of further downside movement. Now obviously you shouldn't just invest based on just one chart alone, which is why I look at about 20 different on-chain metrics. And I just want to give you a little feel for it. So this really I should have showed you next after the transaction volume. If we then look at the hash rate, what's the hash rate doing? So we had the Chinese drop off over here. Now because we've got a bit of a relief rally in terms of the hash rate, but that's because the miners are slowly relocating to other parts of China to open up online. And those Western miners, or all the other Chinese miners that were not shut down, they were making mad profits, or they still are making mad profits, because as a result of the hash rate dropping, the difficulty had to drop at the same time. So if we just quickly look at the, come on. Ah man, I need to log in, damn it. If we then go to the miners, look at the difficulty. Here we go. So what happened is the Bitcoin network had to readjust itself and had one of the biggest sort of decreases in difficulty. And so those that were still mining were making an absolute fortune, which is good. You actually, for Bitcoin, you want the miners to make money because they help, they keep the network going. So yeah, eventually once hash rate starts picking up again, this difficulty will start going back up. But in terms of where I'm standing right now, another reason why I'm really bearish is when we're looking at the network. So MVT basically stands for network value against market cap. It's the network value divided by the transfer volume. So it basically shows you, is the value commensurate to the activity going on with the network. And look down here. So there's two things which are bad or bearish, which is why I'm definitely not flipping bullish right now. In this red zone is very low activity, which we've already seen with the previous stuff. That's nothing new. Which is not good. But really, it's the downturn of the sort of the MVT and RVTs. So we're starting to see a rounding down. So if we just ignore the Bitcoin price, let's just look at this. Whenever you start seeing a rounding down of NVT and RVT, that's not bullish, folks. It really isn't bullish. Let's put Bitcoin back in, and we've really only seen this sort of falling over of the MVT and RVT and a few other places. So if we look over here at the 2018 high, that it started happening over here. It started happening over here in 2019 where we had a bit of a slump. Same thing with the 2014 high. So this is not good, folks. So I'm definitely not bullish, whereas everyone seems to be really crazy bullish right now. So when I then look at all of this going, okay, what's changed? Not much has changed. And if you look at, I could show you 10 other on-chain metrics and it's not looking rosy. I then go, well, what the hell has caused this? So this has to be a fake rally, a complete news pump of some sort. And lo and behold, we had this article that popped up today. Amazon is definitely lining up a confirms insider. So my red warning flags are up, but anyway, just looking at this. So that's that. Obviously, Amazon retorted straight away saying, nope, we deny it. But they didn't really deny it. So you have to look at this. You go, notwithstanding our interest in the space, the speculation that has ensued around our specific plans for cryptocurrencies is not true. We remain focused on exploring what this could look like for customers shopping on Amazon. That is code for we have a big freaking team in Amazon looking at how we can help make more money and capitalize on this Bitcoin surge. So I would incline to believe this. So someone has obviously gone and got a little payday, whoever this insider is. I actually believe this, and corporate is just sort of trying to cover up, but they're giving themselves an open, saying, yeah, we're looking into it. And later this year, early 2000 or sometime 2022, we'll see Amazon start to move into crypto a bit more. It's inevitable, folks. I've said this for ages. The thing that will really start moving Bitcoin up is when one of the FANG companies really adopts it. So Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, one of them. And then we're gonna, and that is the first domino. Once one of them jumps on board, we're gonna see every other company go, oh, okay. And eventually, as the crypto market cap goes up, I mean, it's only 1.4, 1.5 trillion. Like, as this nears 5 trillion, you're like financial. The CFO, the chief financial officer of any company, is going to be sort of negligent if they don't have some sort of crypto strategy. And the old fuddy-duddy CFOs out there will just be replaced by, millennial CFOs that get this shit. So yeah, overall, I'm still bearish. And as predicted in the trading pub that we did, like I said, we should see pretty sharp fall into 35 at the very least. So it's starting to make its way there. And what's happening now is we're seeing high tests across the board. I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful high test there. So that's that. Let's look at Ether. Ether, again, lovely high test. So yeah, I'm bullish medium to long term. Short term, nah. I've got a big chunk of my money on the sidelines still. But again, when just looking at other stuff, I mean, high test galore. It is looking, hey, Theta started to move down. That's good. I was basically saying there's an 80% probability Theta would move down to $5 and a 60% probability that it will move further down to $4. Anywho, hope all is well. Don't lose your shit. Yeah. See ya.